Welcome back. This is Franco. I'm joined by my friend Navin.
Yo.
And it's Throwback Thursday again. And this week we're going over one of my personal favorites, Scott Pilgrim vs. The World. This movie came out in 2010. It stars Michael Cera as the titular role of Scott Pilgrim. The movie revolves around Scott Pilgrim, him meeting this girl named Ramona Flowers. He falls head over heels for this girl, ends up dating her. Scott has to deal with her 7 evil exes.
You may have to defeat my 7 evil exes.
So what you're saying is we are dating?
The plot line, I guess, is Scott's band is...
Sex Bomb.
Right, it's called Sex Bomb. Enters a battle of the bands, and this is how he ends up meeting a lot of Ramona's evil exes. So this is where the battle of the bands
is the catalyst.
Is the catalyst that sort of pit Scott with all of Ramona's exes.
Actually, rewind it back. He gets an email from the first evil ex,
right,
or before he even enters the battle of the band. So from the moment he meets her, somehow it gets back to the League of Evil Exes. Pretty much, he meets this girl without knowing that all of these things are being plotted against him.
By these evil exes.
By these evil exes.
Or this League of Evil.
But the League of Evil Exes. And it's a hilarious movie.
Tell me now.
She just moved here, got a job at Amazon.
I have to order something really cool.
Scott, are you waiting for the package you just ordered?
Maybe.
There's a lot of these back-to-back jokes that require you to watch the movie several times.
Yeah, you should probably watch it a couple times.
Right. And it's one of those movies that, sad to say, bombed in the theaters. Not because it's not good. It's one of those movies that it's very good. They got really good reviews by the critics. Everybody that's seen it has nothing but good stuff to say about it. But it's, for some reason, nobody showed up. Either it could have been craptacular marketing or
whatever it was, but it's definitely a cult classic now.
It is, and I think that's how it made most of its money at this point. It's because of a cult following,
and it's definitely got some cool people in it too. I mean, Michael Cera is the lead character. You've seen him in...
All right, let's rattle off the IMDb. So he's been in Juno. He's been in Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
That's what he was in.
Yeah, he was really good in that. Superbad. He usually... the weird thing is he usually plays the same character in every single movie or show that he's ever been in. He's like this...
He's sort of the nerdy, geeky,
he's
weirdo.
A nerdy, geeky, weirdo guy, like very socially awkward.
Right.
In this movie, it's different. It's totally different. The limelight is on him as far as he's, for the most part, the center of attention in a lot of situations, and he's very outgoing and this and the other. He still has that like losery feel to him. Like,
I was gonna say, he doesn't have a very much. When I saw it, I thought he had a losery feel.
Yeah, he did, but apparently girls gravitate toward him. He has his whole list of...
He is a guitar player in a band.
He is a guitar, yeah.
Yeah, in the movie, he's aided by his best friend, his roommate, Wallace, who is...
he's played by Kieran
Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin's younger brother.
There you go. And Wallace kind of like calls Scott on his stuff.
He does call him out on his bullshit. He rings him in whenever he goes off the rails, which happens often.
Really often.
Yeah, and he puts him in hilarious situations. Now, the object of Scott's affections is Ramona Flowers. She is this girl who just moved into town.
And she's played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who you've probably seen in what?
She's been in a bunch of stuff. She's been in the remake of The Thing. She is going to be in 10 Cloverfield Lane that's coming out soon.
She was in Die Hard.
She was Bruce Willis's daughter in It's a Good Day to Die Hard. That's what it was called.
There you go. So yeah, you've seen her in a bunch of stuff. And Ramona is, how would you describe Ramona? She is a fickle girl. She's a fickle.
She's a fickle. She's very fickle. When you first meet her, she's a loner. She just does her own thing. She doesn't give a crap about anybody. It's not so much in the sense that she's a very selfish person. She just moved into town and just would rather not deal with anybody.
I think that's the perfect way to sort of describe her character. She's like, She kind of wants to. She just got there. She kind of wants to keep to herself a little bit.
Exactly right. But there's a history behind all of that, that she has 7 evil exes. And this is where the plot kind of moves forward. It goes from boy meets girl, sort of romantic comedy type thing with a nerdy twist to it, to this full-on, I would go as far as saying it, almost a kung fu-esque movie. It's more of an homage to video games and nerd culture as opposed to an actual video game movie. It's not like the Raul Julia and Jean-Claude Van Damme Street Fighter movie or the Mortal Kombat movie. It doesn't take itself serious.
Now, to tell you how cool this movie was, it's full of a lot of people before they like really got famous. You have Chris Evans in there. Captain America. He's one of the exes. You've got...
you have Brandon Routh, who played Superman in Superman Returns. Also, he's in that new CW show, League of something or other. I don't watch DC, so I can't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know he's in it. He plays some dude named Adam, whatever. But I don't follow DC, so he's a guy on a CW show, and his face is very familiar, and he does an awesome job in this movie. He's one of the best parts of the movie.
Anna Kendrick is in it. She's got Pilgrim's sister.
Also, Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza is in it.
Yeah, from Parks and Rec. She has some of the best lines in the movie.
Then you have Brie Larson, who just won an Oscar like 2 days ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a couple of days ago.
She plays Scott's ex, Envy Adams, who is amazing in this movie too.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of crazy famous people in this movie, and they all interact really well.
It was directed by Edgar Wright, who, if you aren't familiar with him, he did Shaun of the Dead. He also did The World's End. He's just a hilarious writer-director, and a lot of the nerdy stuff that's in this movie, mainly the look of the whole movie was his brainchild, I want to say. Because there's a lot of stuff that's already in the comic book, but he did it in a way where it wasn't cheesy. None of the comic book or the video game stuff was cheesy. Because it's very, like, what was that movie with Adam Sandler that just came out? Pixels?
Yeah.
That's exactly how you not do a video game movie or a nerdy movie. That's exactly how you don't do it. This should be the blueprint for nerdy movies.
Yeah, I think it's really clever in what it does.
Now, why should you cough up $10? Now, I say $10 because that's the going price for the Super Fantastic Edition on Amazon right now. I think if you're even remotely interested in nerd culture, and I'm assuming that you are if you're watching the channel, you're definitely in for a treat. It's a laugh riot, to sound cliche. Yeah.
Way to stick in laugh riot.
Laugh riot. I haven't used laugh riot.
Okay, Siskel and Ebert.
Siskel and Ebert. There you go.
I definitely think it's worth a watch. You can rent it on Amazon for like $3 too if you don't want to invest in paying for it. But it's a cult classic, I think, for a reason. It's really good. In terms of storyline, in terms of acting, in terms of visual. It's got a cool visual, something you've probably not seen in many movies. So I definitely think it's worth a watch. And I definitely think that if you do watch it, you'll enjoy it like most everyone else.
Exactly. So let us know in the comments below what you thought of the movie. I definitely want to hear what you have to say about it. And that is pretty much it for this week's Throwback Thursday. Thanks everybody for watching. Please like and subscribe. And on that note, we're out of here.
Next time, we don't date the girl with 11 evil ex-boyfriends.
7.
Oh, that's not that bad.